streets. Here we are. Okay, welcome to one of our conversation clubs with Mr. Luis and Arturo. Here we are.
The ninth reunion of Legends.
Yes, indeed, absolutely. Okay, Arturo. So tell us a little about your your week.
My week, well, yeah, it has been a crazy week as well, as well as the last week because yeah, I have a lot of work, a lot of meetings, presentation, and yeah, a lot of pendings to do yet. But at the same time, I have been taking care of my daughter because she's sick.
Oh,
Actually,
she's
she started. Yeah, she was sick in this weekend,
she got the flu.
and yeah, they has the kind of flu. I don't know what exactly, but today from the school we received the news that the teacher, the teacher of my
Mm-hmm.
daughter was sick of coronavirus.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so I don't know. I'm not sure if my daughter is sick, uh, but I hope not because it's most like a flu, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like a
Like a
flu
flu,
as
yeah.
well. And that's not a really that's not a
Cons-
symptom of
mm-hmm.
of coronavirus. So I hope yeah she she just yeah is sick of yeah a simple flu, but I don't sure I'm not sure because last night she couldn't sleep really well. So yeah, it was really tired for me and for my wife because yeah we were how to say awake.
Yeah. So wait, keeping an eye on it. Keeping
Yeah,
an eye on it the whole night.
so yeah, yeah, at the same time I have been working a lot and taking care of my family, yeah, a lot of pending. So I remember the last weekend was the day of Guadalupe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, the day of Guadalupe. So I was in the church
Okay. So
for
you
yeah
you
for
had
a
you, you
moment.
you you had this ceremony with my friend Millie singing in the chorus and doing all that.
Yeah, Millie sang in that mass.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was
Did,
really
did,
good
did
moment.
she
And
did she sing well,
yeah,
Millie?
yeah, she
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 always
was.
she's always smashing it. When she sings when she does she sings in a high pitch.
Hmm.
She's
Yeah, her voice is most like medium voice, but
hmm
yeah, it's an important voice in the chorus. So yeah, she sing really well for me. Yeah, she has experience singing
yes,
that
yes,
kind
yes,
of
yes.
songs. So yeah, it's important for the
She
for the
can
team.
she can either sing She can sing either in a high tone of voice or in a low tone of voice without any problem whatsoever.
Yeah, I think there are some notes that maybe the, that notes are for a soprano or another kind of voice,
Mm-hmm.
more a higher voice.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but yeah, but each voice do their part in
Mm-hmm.
the
They
chorus,
do
so
their
all are
part.
important. Yeah, the
Did you
the
do your part?
basses.
Did you do your part in the
Yeah, in my
singing?
case, I think yeah. Sometimes I make mistakes while I'm singing, but yeah, so, or maybe I do some tones or notes in another, yeah, wrong notes.
You get the wrong tones.
But
But
yeah, that happens to everybody, I
I mean,
think.
but who
But
cares? Nobody can notice that. I mean, if you get the wrong tones or not, you're singing. You go. How many people are there in the singing team? Billy, you,
Uh,
3, 4, 5 people. So if you get the tones
yeah,
wrong,
there are about there are about 8 team members in the chorus. But for example, my voice, I'm the only one that that sing my voice, the
uh-huh.
tenor voice, because we only have two man voices.
Hmm.
It's me, it's my brother, and that's it. The rest of the people are women.
So
So
whenever you go wrong, whenever you get a tone wrong, nobody notices that.
no, yeah. And, yeah, I think it depends, but I noticed that. So it's complicated. But for example, if you listen carefully the audio,
Hmm. You can
you
you
notice
can
that.
easily spot the mistake.
So but sometimes for example, we sing only my brother and me. For example,
Hmm.
one celebration we were only my brother and me, and I was wrong with a note. Really,
Hmm.
a
You
really wrong
quickly
note.
spotted that
So
the wrong note.
my brother started laughing, laughing because I made a really bad note in that
Quite
moment in a
notorious.
song.
Quite notorious.
Yeah, because we were only two voices. So that was kind of uncomfortable moment. And
But I
I
think
know.
it's I reckon is okay. Reckon. You know what reckon means? Reckon. Reckon is I think. I reckon. I think. I reckon. You can say I reckon. You can say I think. So I reckon. I reckon that's part of the game to go wrong to get the wrong notes while singing. You can say my friend Luis is a guitarist and a singer. So can you imagine Luis playing the guitar and singing at the same time, getting some notes wrong? So is it hard for you, Mr. Luis, to sing and play the guitar at the same time?
Actually, I don't know how to sing.
Ah, come on.
I would like to learn singing.
But
For example,
you do sing on and off when playing the guitar, don't you?
no, actually, I have a horrible voice.
Well, this guy is being honest with us. He's being honest with us.
How do you learn to sing, Mr. Arthur? Did you take
I just
classes?
in the church. I just started. The last years, I we have been taking classes from professional singers, or opera singers or classical singers. So that has helped me to in order to improve my voice and my intonation. But from I was really child, I started singing in the church, but by experience only. Yeah, but I
Trial and
don't sing
error,
very well.
as I say. Trial and error. Trial and error. Trial and error. Prueba
Trial
y
and
error.
error. Okay.
Trial and error. Trial and error. Yes.
Yeah, and in that way, I learned to play guitar in a simple way. Yeah,
Mhm.
only because my brother taught me only two notes in the sol circle, the sun circle. I don't, is the name. Yeah,
Nah, I'm
four
not.
notes. Yeah, and I started to play, and but I don't play really good with the ability, all the skills. I play really simple, but
I
I
think
can
it's
play. Uh-huh.
yeah. I think it's hard to play the guitar and sing at the same time.
Yeah, I think it's hard. It needs coordination.
Do you think that these people that play the guitar and sing at the same time whilst giving a concert, do you think that they picked up this ability as they grew older, or do you think it's something that you come with when you're born?
No, actually, it's a matter of practice. I think that practice
Is the
is better
key.
than um, skill than that you got as you were born. I don't know how to
Yeah,
explain.
yeah. I get you. I get you. For instance, let's take Jimi Hendrix. He never took a guitar lesson, he knew nothing about notes and chords and all that. He just picked up the guitar and found this passion. You think it's possible to be like Jimi Hendrix in both areas? I mean, either in the singing part or the playing the guitar.
Yeah, I think it's kind of necessary both. You have to have talent and you have to practice. You have to put this talent on practice. But I think that practice makes you be more technical, more
Mm-hmm.
skillful.
More skillful, more
Yeah.
technical. Hey, beautiful, beautiful. That's true. And I don't know what tips would you give to your friend Luis if he wanted to be a singer somewhere down the line? What if Luis wanted to get himself into the singing thing and play the guitar and sing and
Mm,
open
I
his
think
own
yeah.
YouTube channel and become a singer and YouTube and all that?
I think yes, because I haven't seen a lot of videos from singers or classes about
Hmm.
sing. But for example, I've been taking face to face classes or with a
In
teacher,
person, in
but
person.
in yeah in person classes. But I know that there are some YouTube channels that there are people. Teaching you how to sing. How the yesterday I was watching a video about the how to say making the voice with kind of wave vibrato,
Hmm.
something like that.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, that is interesting for me. How to learn to do that kind of voice. So there are a lot of videos about that. So for me, it's really good. I think you can learn the basis of singing in YouTube. I think,
Hmm.
but I think it's better if you have a in-person
Hmm.
classes with a teacher, even if it is by YouTube or StreamYard,
Hmm.
online. But I think it's important because you can ask them all your questions and
Hmm.
all the you can practice, and they can correct you or say you how to sing better. So yeah, I think if Luis practices practice a lot, I think yes.
So do you think you can get the only way to get your singing right is by singing a song at least on a daily basis, one song per day, Mr. Luis, and you'll get your singing right, just like a pro.
Or maybe download the autotune.
So you as a guitarist and a composer, because Luis likes writing songs and playing the guitar and fixing guitars. The guy is a pro at doing all that musical thing. He says that he'd like to be a singer. Even so, he says himself he's got a terrible voice. You think that you could probably get it in time, Mr. Lewis, with constancy and practice on a daily
Yeah,
basis?
it's all about practice. And practicing. It's like going to the gym.
Hey,
Uh,
yeah, the best. That's the best example that
you have to
you
have
could ever give.
discipline.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's all about practice and discipline and be constantly on the learning process, practicing.
Yeah, that's true. That's absolutely true. Okay. Last time I was asking a few questions to my friend Luis regarding different topics. So, what if we go through the questions again? We go and check him out. Hang on a second.
Tisha, do
Okay.
you
Yeah.
play an instrument?
No, no. I used to have some guitars in the classroom. You can ask to Mr. Tiofi, he will tell you himself. He was the only one playing my guitars around the classroom. He's really, really good at playing the guitar, but no, not me. I think I wasn't cut out for playing the guitar. That's not my thing. I just don't like it. So I think it must be a genuine desire that you want to do it. You want to go and do it. It's not because, you know what, I saw Mr. Tiofi playing the guitar and I fell in love with the way he was playing it. I think you're going to like it. I don't know how Arturo got into singing. There must be a story behind all that. And the same for Mr. Luis. I don't know how Luis got into playing the guitar. There must be a reason. We all get into doing something because of something. How did you get yourself into playing the guitar, Mr. Luis? Was it because of your brother's influence on you?
No, actually don't. It was kind of weird because I was on a summer vacation when I was at the high school. Oh, teacher left. He ran away.
I think his connection. I don't know.
I think that he went to the toilet.
No, I got disconnected. Sorry about that. You were saying.
Is that the toilet, teacher? In your background?
Oh yes, it is. I had a little issue going around. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I was telling that I was on a summer vacation when I was at the high school, so I didn't have much to do during the vacations. So a friend told me that a cousin of him, he was teaching guitar, play the guitar, but just the basics of acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
So I said, well, why not?
Let's go for it. You say.
Yeah. Why not? So, but at the first time, I didn't like the acoustic guitar. So, I sold my first acoustic guitar, and started to save money to buy my first electric guitar.
Well, you see, there's always a reason that I don't think that we get into something just because. In your case, Arturo, how did you get into singing? Was it Millie who pushed you into singing? Did she influence you on singing?
No, I met Millie just a few years ago. So I think it was the influence from my brother, because he started, and my sister, yeah, too. They started singing in the chorus I don't know, long time ago, and I was like, I don't know, maybe 7 years or 6 years.
So she was
and
a huge influence on you.
Yeah, they introduced me to the church and the chorus, and I started
Singing and all
to listen a lot of Christian music.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of that, yeah, all the music that I used to listen to, it was about Christian music and everything. So I think that's, and after that I started to listen to another singers like Alex Ubago. I think
Pop
it was
music.
one of my favorite singers, and yeah, and then that kind of singers. I'm never really into rock music, or
Heavy
music.
and all that.
Yeah, I think it's for the same reason, because I started listening to really relaxing music in the church, and
Yeah, you got more used to relaxing music.
That's a contrast. At the secondary school, I interested on playing the guitar because I liked listening to Rammstein and this kind of bands.
Who has and all that? That's
Yeah.
the only iconic song. I think it's one of the most iconic songs by Rammstein. But yes. So to these days, Mr. Turo, what kind of music are you into?
Well, I started to listen in English music as well. For example, I have been looking for a new songs in Spotify. For example, I started to listen some woman singers in Spotify. I found a really good singer that the, her name is Lexi Walker, something like that. So yeah, has a beautiful voice. So another for more famous singers, for example, Christina Perry and Michael Bublé, that kind of singers. I
Just
because
like
yeah, the songs that they sing are really yeah slow
soft,
music, and I can
calm,
yeah
quiet music.
listen to the lyrics
Hmm.
and everything. So it's easier for me.
Hmm.
Yeah, that kind of singers.
Yeah, well, so you said, Luis, that you started with heavy music
Yeah.
as a child,
Actually, actually,
as a
when
youngster, not as a child.
I am listening to music by my own, I usually listen to classic rock,
Hmm.
uh,
Such
and,
as
and heavy metal. For example, classic rock such as Black Sabbath, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, this
mhm,
kind of rock bands. So I'm normally listening to this kind of music or heavy music, but I
mhm.
don't dislike the other genres. I like to listen to new music. Yeah, I don't feel uncomfortable with other types of music.
So you're open to new music, to the new
Yeah.
music from these days. So what kind of modern bands do you listen to as well?
Oh, well, speaking about rock, I don't like much the some new bands because I've noticed that most of the new rock or heavy metal bands they don't put much effort on the lyric part, so they are kind of trying to scream the whole song. So I prefer the classic ones.
So
So
by saying that, you're saying that the new bands, the new rock bands are more like commercial than original bands, genuine rock bands.
yeah, and I don't blame them because so because everything's invented.
What do you mean?
For example, if they wanna make a new rhythm or implement some a new, for example, a new riff in a new song, everything is invented
Yeah,
nowadays.
they're allowed to destroy rock. Is that what you're trying to say? They're allowed to destroy it. It's
Yeah, because yeah, because there are lots of bands and it's hard to create something new nowadays.
yes, yes, it is. Yes, that's true. And how about any pop bands? Any Spanish pop bands that you listen to?
Well, I like the classic more like more tended to rock. For
Okay,
example, I like Caifanes. I like
okay,
Enanitos Verdes, for example.
okay, good,
I like Elefante.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now let's get to a few questions that I got here. Arturo, what do you think? Mm, First question. Let me give you an easy one. Well, not an easy one, but an interesting one. What do you think is, or which do you consider more important, fame or money? Which do you, I repeat, which do you consider more important, fame or money?
Oh my god. I think it depends on what kind of
It
people
depends on
you are.
what,
But for
man.
example, for an influencer, is the fame to be famous. And for example, for me, it's money because I can invest that money in another thing because I'm not a YouTuber and
Mhm.
I don't need to have any I don't need to be famous.
We're in
I don't
Mexico.
like to be famous.
One is more important.
Yeah, more.
Hey, I didn't say that, okay? I didn't say that. I didn't say
Latin
that.
America vibes.
Do you remember Mr. Backup? Oh, this man.
If I were a politician,
I didn't say that either, okay? Okay. So, putting aside Mr. Backup and going back to the question, Mr. Luis, you as a backup, you are as well, especially on the weekends. Which, let me read the question more properly, okay? Which do you consider more important, fame or money? You've given us a few reasons, okay, but which one do you
Well,
consider more important?
it's up to my profession. If I were a police, money is more important than fame.
But okay, but that's a different job. You as a biotechnologist, very well recognized career in Mexico, very well paid, famous, outstanding career, the best of the best. Which one do you still consider more important, money or fame, or fame or money?
I think that money, because if you're famous, you're
But
exposed.
you're a biotechnologist.
Yeah, but if you're famous, your personal information or personal life is more exposed to the people. So I wouldn't like to be famous.
What does a biotechnologist want? Fame or money?
Survive.
Okay. Well, I get it. I understand very well. I understand very well. Let's proceed with the following question. Which punishments given to criminals are the most effective?
Come on, teacher, we're in Mexico. Why are you saying this question?
Well,
That doesn't-
just curious about
Just,
what your answer could be.
but usually the criminals doesn't have punishment.
You
At
got a
least
point.
here.
You got a point again. Yes, you giving me two good answers. Yes, at least it's true. It's just wow. I'm speechless. Okay. Any answer or any idea to the questions or to the question, Arturo? What's
What-
the most effective punishment for a criminal in Mexico?
yeah, I think
I mean,
it's
if they ever get punished.
an appropriate how do you say condena punishment for example to be in the jail.
Do you think that's the right
enough,
punishment for?
yeah, enough time in order to be how do you say corrected or reformado. You know?
Mm-hmm.
For example, yeah, being in jail 5 years is a long time.
5 years. You think it's?
Especially if you have a family,
Mm-hmm.
your children and yeah, and you can see your family and you know that they are growing without you. So I think that's a really a really bad punishment. But I don't know because, for example, the criminals nowadays are really young people. For example, 17 years old, 18. So they don't have most of them don't have a family yet.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. Maybe the lack of freedom is really really bad for everybody. But that I think that's the worst punishment to be long time in jail. I think.
Okay, going back to that, good. Yeah, I get it. It's true. So, what do YouTubers seek these days? Fame or money?
Money.
Money, Arturo?
Yeah.
See.
Seek, SEEK, like look for. Seek.
Okay.
If you say sick, is a different sound. Sick, when you feel ill, sick, and
Okay.
seek, sick, seek, sick. I'm seeking happiness. I'm looking for happiness. Looking for
Mhm.
is not the appropriate one here, because looking for is when you're looking for something. For instance, Mr. Lewis was looking for his phone in the toilet a little while ago. That's one
Okay.
of the best excuses that he could.
En Atreda.
Yes. So
I
what?
think people can say that money they're seeking money, but in the background, everybody sometimes we seek some fame. For example, for
Mhm.
that reason, we post in Facebook and all images and our lives and
So is fame
our.
more important than money these days? Is fame more important than money these days? These days, or is it?
I think for the people, yes, because well, it's not most important, but the people seek more fame in social media than money, for example.
Than
I
money.
think unconsciously, I think fame, but yeah, in the reality, I think money is the first, yeah, reason. But
Did you agree on that, Mr. Luis, or you disagree?
I think that both are important.
They
For
both go
example,
hand in hand.
yeah. For example, famousness opens lots of doors. For example, job relationships. For example, social relationships. For example. So I think both go by hand in hand.
Yeah, they both go hand in hand. That's true. That's true. Hey, we got comments on the chat.
Mr. Hexen.
Yeah, that Mr. Hexen, he couldn't join us today. He said it was extremely busy, extremely busy. So let's hope he's doing well. Let's hope he's doing well. Okay. Let's proceed with the questions. I'm going. Luis, describe two famous people that you consider important.
Two famous people that
That
I
you consider
consider
important.
important.
Yes.
Uh, for example, scientists.
Oh,
For
as you wish.
example, uh, uh, Einstein. For example,
Also, okay.
he was really famous and he contributed with lots of theories, physics, and it helped the society to develop new technologies. Or
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that one is alright, Arturo.
I don't know. I admire people with great values. For example, I could say the Papa Francisco, for example, but
Okay, okay.
yeah, you can yeah. For example, you can see every day the daily message from for him.
Mm-hmm.
Another, I know I agree with Luis. All the scientists are really important in my field. For example, there are some famous programmers. For example, so another last week I was watching a video from the creator of Linux. Linux is another operating system
Mm-hmm.
as Windows. So maybe perhaps he doesn't have too much money like Bill Gates, for example,
Mm-hmm.
but he's really famous because he created the most important operating system in the world
Mm-hmm.
nowadays. So
Yeah.
he said that he doesn't care about famous and money,
Mm-hmm.
but he likes to share the knowledge and the all the open source program. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, he's a really good person, yeah, and I admire
Okay.
him.
Yeah, yeah, it's all right. Okay, 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 okay. Do you think? Do you think the guys think that appearance matters when meeting a person for the very first time?
Yeah, actually, I think that it's unconsciously, but people usually
what you mean by it unconsciously happens?
unconsciously, but people tends to judge you by the first look. For example, in an interview, uh, in the way that you're dressing, for example, is really
The way you're
important.
looking, okay.
Um, in a meeting, when you wanna meet someone new, they wanna judge you by the first look.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's when they say judging a book by its front cover.
Yeah.
So what happens when meeting a person? When you're dating a person, Mr. Lewis, is appearance important to you?
It's up to the person.
He's
For
gonna say
example,
no, Arturo. He's gonna say no, Arturo. I care more about the feelings and all that. Just listen. Oh yes, Mr. Lewis. Yes, we hear.
for example, if I am meeting with a friend that I know since a long time ago, so appearance is really important, but not a lot. So
But what if it's more than a friend?
it changes the the perspective. So, for example, if it is a job gathering, for example, or a job interview, it's really
Okay.
important. The
Yes,
appearance.
that's true. That's true. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. So Arturo and Luis, how are you guys feeling? Keeping this chat going, giving answers to good questions, stupid questions. In the end, what matters is to learn and to have a good time. How do you feel?
So
Or
far,
how's you
so good.
feeling right now? So far, so good. That's good, Mr. Luis. How are you, Arturo? How you been feeling?
Yeah, I really I have been missing that this kind
Mhm.
of classes.
Mhm.
I haven't joined to this class since Friday, I think, last
Mhm. Yeah, you've been
Thursday.
quite
I don't
busy.
remember
Quite little.
the, the last class, so I really wanted to rejoin again with you. So I feel
Okay,
really
and
comfortable.
and keep making errors.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, for me it's really relaxing
Mhm.
being in this class. So because after work I change my mind. I think in English and I think in other things. Yeah, not only not just work, but yeah, for me it's important to yeah this class. So I think I prefer to have this class in the afternoon or
Mhm.
at the end of the day because I get relaxed.
Mhm. Yeah, in the morning
Yeah,
it's a
because in
little
the
bit.
midday is really good, but yeah, because I really stressful. I really stressed because of work. I have the class and I return to yeah. I come back to work really hard.
Mhm.
Work
So
That's true. That's true.
sometimes
this
yeah,
stress.
it's stressful, but
Stressful, really, really stressful. And I'm really glad that you're feeling well and that you feel more confident when speaking in the camera. And the point is to speak and make mistakes. That's what matters. Teacher Geoff is always making a point of that. If he's watching us, or Christian, or whoever is watching us, the point is to speak and make mistakes. Don't just stop yourself to correct yourself. Who cares about mistakes? We don't need to speak English, like a pro. It takes time. It will come eventually. So my recommendation is just to keep on listening to podcast, music, anything that you can get a hold of. So before we wrap, what's in mind for this evening, Mr. Lewis?
Well, I have to continue the grading the final projects because it's
Executing students. Do you mean that?
executing students. It's like a graveyard. So I have to grade the final projects because it's the final week. This is the last week, so this is the funnest week as well.
Yeah.
So I'll have some dinner, or maybe some quesadillas
Oh man.
with cheese.
And something to drink.
Yeah, and a coke, and a glass of coke. What are
Well,
you doing?
better than nothing. It's a riot cope. How about our friend Arturo? Yeah, what's on my? I'm really glad the window's not right behind you. That's all I can say. I'm really glad that you haven't got that window right behind you. You know the window behind you.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
did
Oh, careful with the window. Okay, what's
Yeah,
up?
it's a real one.
Window stress equals you know the rest. Okay, so what's our mind
Yeah.
for the rest of this evening?
Yeah, I think I will have spend some time with family, and I need to come back to prepare a presentation for tomorrow.
Okay,
We
okay.
have, yeah, we have a long meeting for testing some systems. So see, yeah, it will be a long time. I hope not, but by I think long work to do. Yeah, and just get relaxed. I really hope that tomorrow to be a successful day.
It will, it will, it will.
and and well, and get relaxed at the end of the week. For Friday, Saturday, I need to rest, spend time at home, and yeah, and just clear my mind and yeah, get
Okay,
relaxed.
good. Okay, we conclude here, Luis and
what
Arturo.
what
Yeah,
about
yeah.
you, Tisha? Is it cold there in Mexicali?
Yes, it is really cold. I will look at my sweater. I'm wearing a sweater right now because of the crazy weather. It's quite windy tonight. It's quite windy, so I'm wearing my
Well,
gray sweater.
when will be the party in the ranch of Luis?
Oh well, we're gonna see that when I get
I
down
don't.
there. I hope Teacher Teofi is more than willing to join us. I mean, if he's watching, I hope he's more than willing to join us.
Yeah.
And oh, he's texting us. He's on the chat right now. How the hell is Teofi? How's it going? I said Teofi, okay. I never said anything else. So any questions that you may have, Arturo and Mr. Luis, just give me a shout. WhatsApp, Facebook.
Thank you, Tisha.
I'll be there. I'll be there for you. Okay. Pleasure as usual, Mr. Arturo, and the same for you, Mr. Luis.
Have a nice evening, Mr.
Hey, you,
Arturo, Tisha.
Mr. Tiofi is saying hi in the chat. You guys keep it real awesome. Thank you, Mr. Tiofi. Always,
Thank you,
always.
Tisha.
The same for you.
Okay.
Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you. Cheers.